Hi, and welcome back to my channel. My name's Lauren, the filmmaker extraordinaire, and today we are talking about something relatively serious, body dysmorphia. Now, body dysmorphia, or body dysmorphic disorder, BDD, is a serious mental health condition that I personally experience, which is why I wanted to talk about it, but it affects a lot of people. It happens to a lot of people. It's a serious thing, okay? I'm smiling because it's awkward to talk about, but it is a serious thing. Basically, it's a mental health condition in which you can't stop thinking about one or more perceived flaws in your appearance or body. Now, these perceived flaws could be a real thing, could be something that doesn't exist, but either way, it's something that probably no one else really notices about you, but to you, it's like a really big deal. And I will give an example later. BDD can cause significant distress, and according to the Mayo Clinic, it can really hinder daily life functioning through repetitive behaviors of body checking, constantly comparing yourself to other people, overanalyzing everything you're wearing or doing or eating or acting in a certain way, and it can also be very costly. Now, how could it be costly? I'll tell you. It's because people may end up getting a cosmetic procedure to try to fix their appearance, but it's temporary at best because since it's a mental thing, getting any kind of actual work done is not gonna do it, right? Because you can only really improve through therapy, basically. Now, that was a quick little overview. Let's dive deeper. According to the Mayo Clinic, signs and symptoms of body dysmorphic disorder include being extremely preoccupied with a perceived flaw in appearance that to others can't be seen or appears minor, a strong belief that you have a defect in your appearance that makes you ugly or deformed, a belief that others take special notice of your appearance in a negative way or mock you, engaging in behaviors aimed at fixing or hiding the perceived flaw that are difficult to resist or control, such as frequently checking the mirror, grooming, or skin picking, attempting to hide perceived flaws with styling, makeup, or clothes, constantly comparing your appearance with others, frequently seeking reassurance about your appearance from others, having perfectionist tendencies, seeking cosmetic procedures with little satisfaction, and avoiding social situations. Now, from my own personal experience, I definitely can be extremely preoccupied with something that I perceive to be a concern with my body or appearance. I definitely can frequently check the mirror. It's sort of like a joke in my family that I'm sort of vain, and I love looking at myself in a mirror. And sometimes it is a more positive, oh haha, I look so good, and I genuinely believe it. And other times it's oh my god, I just can't stop looking at myself and seeing things that I really hate. I definitely like to seek reassurance, or I used to rather seek more reassurance from others about my appearance, but I have gone to the point where personally I don't really feel validated anymore when someone else, if someone tells me, oh, you look beautiful today, and I feel beautiful, I'm oh my god, thank you. But if I feel not beautiful and someone tells me I look beautiful, it does not make me feel better. It probably makes me feel worse. Now, what are common parts of the body to be focused on when it comes to body dysmorphia? Your face, your nose, your complexion, wrinkles, acne, blemishes, etc. Your hair, whether maybe it's thin, the color, balding, etc. Interesting enough, skin and vein appearance are on this list. Breast size, other genitalia, and also muscle size. I didn't know this until I was doing some research for this video, but actually there are certain factors that can make someone more likely to develop BDD. Now, if you have blood relatives with body dysmorphic disorder or obsessive compulsive disorder, negative life experiences such as childhood teasing, neglect, or abuse, certain personality traits such as perfectionism, having another mental health concern such as anxiety or depression, and then of course there's societal pressure and expectations of beauty. Now, I would say personally, I have anxiety and depression, so woo! And then I also am relatively a perfectionist. Woohoo! Killing the game here. I don't know if my body dysmorphia comes from societal pressures or expectations of beauty, because I do consider myself to be quite conventionally attractive. It's more like a deeper issue that stems from an eating disorder, I believe, or like the reasons for why I had an eating disorder to begin with. Then complications that may be caused by or associated with body dysmorphic disorder include low self-esteem, social isolation, major depression or other mood disorders, suicidal thoughts or behavior, anxiety disorders, OCD, eating disorders, substance misuse, health problems such as skin picking, or health problems from behavior such as skin picking, physical pain or risk of disfigurement due to repeated surgical interventions. Now, I think these are important to think about because I think a lot of times when people think of body dysmorphia, they only think of it as kind of my own personal situation, which is like, you see like that graphic image of like the skinny girl looking in the mirror, and in the mirror she sees a much larger person. And that is sometimes what I personally see, which I will talk about very shortly. But there is a lot more to it. It's not just that one like eating disorder mindset. There's also, I know, a lot of body dysmorphia with people who might be non-binary or trans or intersex, feeling like a certain type of way about their body. And it really just is hard to, at least for me, to feel sometimes like I'm in a body that is not mine, or like doesn't look like how I am, or it doesn't feel like my body sometimes. And obviously I can only speak for myself, which is why I'm now going to do that. Talk about myself. I'm not going to like show any pictures or anything like this because it's just like personal to me, but I am going to explain it. And I would say my two biggest like body dysmorphic triggers would be that my waist, in my opinion, is not symmetrical. Like one side, I'll double demonstrate with my hands, feels like goes in more than the other side. Like say it doesn't, like it's like this versus like that. It's just like that. And I wish it was like either like this or like that. It's because I would like it to be symmetrical. And that is like a perceived, that's like a flaw that I believe is real. I'm pretty confident that it's real, but I know it's really minor. Like logically, I know it's a very minor thing that doesn't matter, doesn't impact my life, but it really bothers me. And then what is more concerning to me, and one of the reasons I was inspired to make this video is because I feel like I have I have gained some weight since being in eating disorder recovery, which is amazing. As I said last time I talked about my like eating disorder recovery, I am overall really happy. Like I'm stronger, more capable of doing stuff. Everything is much better. But I do feel now like much larger than I think I logistically am. Now there are some clothes that don't fit anymore, but a lot of my clothes still do fit. So I know logically I can't have grown that much, or I would need a whole new wardrobe. But when I look in the mirror, I cannot trust what I see anymore, which is really scary because it's then like, what do I really look like? Because when I see myself, I don't know if what I'm seeing is like really there or if it's like warped in my brain somehow. And it just is a real big mess of a situation. It's like I was telling my friend, I was like, I feel like I have a much larger stomach than I used to, and I'm trying to deal with that because I used to have like a really, really flat stomach. And then she was like, you still have a really flat stomach. And I'm thinking, no, I don't. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it's scary to me that like I have an idea of what I look like that apparently is not really what I look like. And I think about it a lot. So that's body dysmorphia, right? And that's why I'm making this video, because I wanted to share it. I, always tell, like, I really want to make like my real mission with my channel growing. It's like I'm making fun little shorts that are just like entertaining, but I want to make sure that my longer form content is still addressing the topics I'm passionate about, which is mainly has to do with mental wellness, mental health. So if you're suffering from body dysmorphia, I will leave a number to call for help, like mental help, in the description down below. You're not alone, and we are going to get through this. We really will. With that being said, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below. You can feel free to share your own stories if you want to. Obviously no pressure. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more fun and serious content. And I will see you next time. Bye.